support.
The maestro, please!
Things are slowing down a little bit, but we still got a good diversity of things to talk about. This will be for the week of August 21st. 2021. On this day in music back in 1882, the 1812 Overture by Pyotr Tchaikovsky would premiere in Moscow. It would go on to become one of the most iconic pieces of classical music, partially due to the fact that it uses artillery as a musical instrument. Max Richter came out with a new thing that charted, not in the top 5, but considering we talked about both sleep and voices, we'll probably talk about it in a week or two.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Yet another release for the Blue Note Tone Poet series, this time Sonny Clark's 1979 released but 1959 recorded My Conception, that has him joined by Hank Mobley, Donald Byrd, Paul Chambers, and Art Blakey. What's better than one Blue Note Tone Poet release? Well, another one. This one is McCoy Tyner's 1970 Expansions. He is joined by Woody Shaw, Gary Bartz, Wayne Shorter, Ron Carter, Herbie Lewis, and Freddie Waits.
Singing.
I love rock and roll!
All things must pass.
In honor of the 50th anniversary of George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, the Super Deluxe Edition is a 5 CD or 8 LP set that includes outtakes, jams, and demos, of which there are 47, and of which 42 were never released until now.
It's bigger than hip hop.
Raised by a queen, that's the only reason I made it. King's disease, a recurrence that should reinstate it. Death to the
Nas knocking it out of the park again with the sequel to King's Disease released last year, aptly named King's Disease 2. A lot of big features on here: EPMD, A Boogie with the Hoodie, YG, Charlie Wilson, Blast, Hit Boy, who is also the executive producer, along with Nas. But the two biggest features that stand out to me in their delivery are done by Eminem and Lauryn Hill. Well, August has one more week to give us something EDM related to talk about.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Can you kiss me more? We're so young, boy, we ain't got nothing to lose.
No US certifications yet, but it did go gold in New Zealand last week.
I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing I told you that I never would, told you I changed.
You know, he has yet to actually release his debut studio album, but he's re-released this mixtape so many times that if you took all of the tracks that have been added on the other editions, you could actually make a studio album.
raised by a queen, that's the only reason I made it. King's disease, a recurrence that should reinstate it. Death to the
Fun fact, since Street's Disciple back in 2004, every Nas studio album has managed to get into the top 5 of the Billboard 200.
I got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about.
I would normally say at this point that this is when you would do a deluxe edition of this album, but considering this was supposed to be an EP and not a full album, I honestly don't know if Olivia Rodrigo has any more material to make a deluxe edition.
You think that you're the man, I think therefore I am. Stop.
So let's see, for Happier Than Ever to meet When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go's same milestones, we need to talk about it for 24 more weeks. So a handful of things to listen through this week. We'll see how August ends it off next week.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please! Maestro!